So I was on a coaching call the other day and I shared with a prospective client my entire marketing funnel for my coaching business and how I'm leveraging this to get more clients and build my audience. And also, I plan to use this to grow to multi six figures, possibly even seven figures. And I know other coaches who are using this and doing the same. So let's dive in here. I'm going to share my screen. So this is what it looks like. Beautiful, right? So to start out at the top of the funnel, I have an opt-in here. So I have a guide. Just write that in for clarity. I have a guide here, and I'm running ads so that people can download the guide. Now, once they download the guide, they hop over to my Facebook group on the next page. And from there, they go into a nurture sequence. So in the nurture sequence, I have emails. I have 4 to 5 X per week. And then I use those same emails to create content. So it's pretty much daily, but I'll just say 5X per week for Facebook, Instagram. And then I'm making little walk and talk videos, little value add videos on YouTube. So these will be like walk and talk for people to get to know me more, establish myself as an expert, and for them to see that I can genuinely help them. And then I also have the Facebook group where I post all the same content. So the emails, the YouTube videos, Facebook content on my personal page, it all goes into the Facebook group. And this is a great place to kind of build your audience. And you can also leverage, like, for example, I just did an event the other day, can leverage DM strategies to invite people in your Facebook group to the events and things like that. Now, once they download the guide, they go in the Facebook group, they're in my nurture cycle. I'm expecting people to be in there for like 3 to 6 months before they start to become clients. So that's just sets like realistic expectations. Some people will move faster, some people will move slower. It's just the way it goes. But once they're in this cycle long enough, I will invite them to work with me. And other coaches do this very successfully too. And basically, you create these invitations, which are like CTAs in your content. So you do like calls to action. You can put that in some of your emails when the timing's right. You can put that in some of your organic content. Good calls to action would be either like click here to apply to work with me. You could also have a key phrase to DM. So I might do a key phrase that's like relevant to the content that I'm creating. So DM me scale if you want to scale to six figures, for example. And I would do that like 25% of the time. And then the other thing I'm doing quite a bit of is master classes. So I'm going to be doing one of those every about like 6 to 8 weeks. I'll do a master class. I just did like a open group coaching call, like a hot seat style training. That went really well. So I might do like one of those a month and then maybe a master class on like a specific topic that's going to help my clients or my audience create the business that they want to build. So, for example, in my niche, I might do something around how to craft your offer, marketing plan to generate more leads. I mean, I could even do a master class around this whole process. So at the end of the masterclass, obviously you invite people to work with you. That's a huge lever to pull to get more clients because it helps people kind of see your energy, your vibe, if they're going to like working with you or not. And it also gives them a tremendous amount of value, right? You don't want it to be like kind of a fluffy presentation. You want to really add a lot of value as much as possible and have them gain some value by being there and experience some breakthroughs, some epiphany moments, things like that. So in my case, I'm going to go back to the top of the funnel here for a minute, talking about ads. So I'm running ads for myself. Now, the reason I'm running ads and I started there is because I already had done organic for about a year. I had kind of built a bit of a baseline audience and like gotten my first few clients that way and figured out that, my messaging was on point. I did a lot of market research to validate my offer and figure out the things that coaches need to get more clients. And so I just jumped right into ads this past few months. So ads, super high leverage. Only do it if you know your messaging works. If you've already gotten your first few clients, that's going to be a huge lever because ads, I mean, it took me maybe like 2 weeks to set up the ads and like get them running smooth and get them nice and efficient and, producing leads at about, $10, $11 each. And, now I mean, I maybe look at it like once a week just to make sure that it's not getting fatigued or, declining in performance. But right now it's pretty steady, pretty level, and it just continues to grow my email list and my Facebook group and my audience as a whole. Now, if you are a little bit in the early stages still, or maybe like you've just had a couple of clients and like you're not getting consistent traction from your organic efforts, then I would really focus on organic and getting that dialed before you jump to ads because ads are like a magnifier for what you're already doing. So if what you're doing isn't currently working, you're just going to like end up wasting a lot of money and burning money on ads before you're ready. So I would start with organic and yeah, really the key with organic is doing your market research ahead of time. So for one, like you're marketing on the right platforms. So in my case, when I interviewed, over 20 coaches, I found that, 95% are hanging out on Facebook and Instagram most often. And the platforms that were less common were like LinkedIn, for example. Like I'm not marketing myself on LinkedIn or Twitter. Nobody I talk to use Twitter. Although I do know some people who are successfully getting clients there. It's just my niche wasn't actively participating on Twitter. So not really focused on that. YouTube, they're on YouTube a little bit, so I post some content there. But for the most part, your organic strategy is going to be defined by the market research that you do. And to my next point, when it comes to the content you're posting, you need to make sure that your messaging is super dialed to cater to your niche, to cater to your client avatar. And that way you're ensuring that you're only attracting those types of people into your funnel. So you got to kind of cut your teeth on organic. You got to get your messaging dialed there. And essentially, what you can do to grow your audience a little bit faster is obviously put the links to your lead magnet in your bio, in your social medias that you're marketing yourself on, and also DM outreach. So if you are like making friend requests on Facebook, for example, or like connecting with your followers on Instagram, you can, start conversations and tastefully, ask them if they'd like a copy of your guide. And then you kind of point that organic traffic from DMs to this landing page. You just drop the link in the chat. So that way they're getting some value from you. They're hopefully getting in your Facebook group. They're definitely on your email list, and you can get them into the nurture process and then get them eventually to apply to work with you if it's the right fit. And I'll speak to the power of applications a little bit because I made this mistake early on and it cost me a lot of time and I was really burnt out after a few months. But basically, I was going super hard on organic for a few months and I was getting a lot of calls booked, but some big problems were calls weren't qualified. Um, People didn't know enough about me to want to hire me right away. So I was getting a lot of people who were like curious, or a lot of people who weren't that serious, a lot of people who just wanted to meet me and chat. So I ended up taking like I think 1 month like 30 calls, and granted, like I was able to enroll the clients who were eligible and qualified, but I burnt myself out taking like too many sales calls. So what the application does is it leverages your time quite a bit where, if you put the link to apply in some of your emails or, at the end of a master class or in your YouTube content, um, you're only going to get people applying who are like 80-90% of the way there to wanting to work with you. And after people apply, like they can't even book a call with me yet. So this is another key is like they fill out the application and then I have to text them and talk to them on the phone before they can book a call. So this also frees up a ton of my time because you don't want anybody having access to your calendar. That will bog you down, make you tired, make you maybe not want to, be in the business of this online marketing and like getting clients online. It can be very tiresome if you don't do it the right way. So by having the application is kind of a gate to prevent the wrong people from booking a call, and you only invite the qualified people that you want to talk to, and you're only speaking to highly qualified people. So even if you only take a couple of calls, like you're going to probably close like upwards of 70-80% of those calls because they're super qualified, they're super warm, they've been through this like 3 to 6 month nurture process already, and they know, hey, this is the person to help me out. So that's my funnel in a nutshell, guys. If you'd like any help with this, if you would like your own client attraction funnel, there's going to be a link below this video where you can apply to work with me one-on-one for 6 months, and we'll help you get your client attraction strategy all set up. We'll focus in on your niche, your offer, your marketing strategy to grow your audience, and your enrollment process to start bringing more clients on board ASAP. All right, guys, I hope this helps. This is $1 million coaching funnel, so use it wisely. See you in the next one.